Okay, here we go. So, and if you don't have blocks, no big deal. But if you do, you're gonna set them up with one block, either low or medium, and then the other block for your head, one height higher than whatever you have that shoulder block. And you want the shoulder to kind of think of it like a shelf for the back of the heart. So the top of the shoulders are above the block and the bottom of the shoulders are beneath the block. And you'll kind of find that sweet spot. And then let your hands just relax, palms up. I like to have my knees bent and just dropping in on one another, but you can also have them straight if that feels good, or even knees open wide with the soles of the feet together. Either way. Once you have set yourself up in that position, close your eyes and start to come to your breath. And start to just feel your body resting here. Without really making any changes, unless you're uncomfortable, then definitely make change. Otherwise, just let your body sink towards the earth. Let gravity do all the work here. And if you have kind of a running list in your mind going, see if you can shift your attention from that chatter and draw it into the sensations in your body. So maybe noticing what it feels like to have the chest opening here. Noticing what it feels like to have your feet resting on the earth, to have your knees resting on one another. Notice if your shoulders are kind of hiking up by your ears, and if they are, can you draw them down a little bit so your neck is nice and spacious? Start to feel the breath as it moves through your diaphragm, creating that expansion in space on the inhale. And as you exhale, that sensation of letting go. And then as you gradually start to deepen that breath, the inhales start to get even more expansive, even more spacious. And the exhales start to get a little more active. So yes, letting go, but then also at the bottom of that exhale, actually using your abdominals to breathe out all of the air. So you're emptying out completely, filling up fully. Feel that fullness of your breath. Maybe it's the first full deep breath you've taken. So kind of just settle into that, soak it up. It's this kind of balm, this nourishment for not only our physical body, but our nervous system, our emotional, our mental body. We have so much bombarding us from kind of every direction. Even if we can give ourselves these few minutes to just relish in that deep breath, to let your system, your being, take it in, receive it, and to at the same time allow yourself to release and let go. Maybe you might notice your body starts to feel a little bit heavier. Your jaw might even start to feel a little bit more slack and your teeth separate. There's no need to hold your face in any particular way because nobody can see you. It's just you and your breath resting on the earth. And once you feel settled in here, take any information that your body is giving you right now from those, noticing those sensations, feeling in your body. And set any intentions you want to set for today. And then once you have that intention, just, if it's comfortable, let your hands rest on your belly. And if it's not, no worries. Just let them relax. If you're kind of high up, it's not that comfortable. Just feel that intention settling in to your breath, your body, as we start to move into our practice, into our bodies. Letting that intention guide us. Letting that full, deep breath anchor us. From here, if your legs are extended, go ahead and bend the knees and draw them in. And we're just gonna roll off to one side. So pick a side, doesn't really matter, and just let yourself kind of drape over. You can use a block or use your arm as a pillow and rest there for a moment, this kind of embryo pose. And then from here, just gently press yourself up and land on your hands and your knees. And go ahead and set those blocks since we have them. And if you don't worry about it. You'll do all the same stuff just without the blocks. But you're gonna set them shoulder distance at the top of the mat if you have them. And set your hands on them really so that the heels of the hands are towards the edge closest to you. And then wrap your biceps up. Take an inhale, extend and lift your heart and drop your shoulders. Let your tailbone lift as well. Keep the belly lifted so that you're supporting your back here. And then on the exhale, pull the belly and start to drop your seat back. Keep your arms anchored there and just kind of grip into the block a little bit and press down as you sink your hips back. So you're a little bit long for a full child's pose. But you're just kind of using the blocks as an anchor. And if you don't have blocks, you might try gripping the edges of your mat and kind of pulling it apart and seeing how that works. Or even gripping your fingertips into the mat. And then inhale, come back up into that cow pose with the heart lifted and the shoulders dropping. And then from here, start to walk your knees back a little bit further so that when you exhale, your hips stay over your knees and your heart drops a little bit further to the floor. Maybe your head rests down. Keep spinning the biceps up and the triceps in. Good. And then from here, go ahead and let your hips slide all the way back to your heels and draw the arms back by your feet so you land in a full embryo. And then inhale, walk the hands forward, lift back up to your tabletop. Set your blocks off to the side now. Fingers gripping into the mat, biceps spinning forward. Pull the ribs in and the low belly in and lengthen your tailbone so your back's getting nice and long, and then extend your legs and find high plank. Also optional to take the knees down and find high plank on the knees or supported high plank. Okay, grip into the fingers, spin the biceps forward, lift the front ribs to the back, lift the navel to your spine and lengthen the tailbone to the heels. Now press into the mat with your hands so you're broad in the upper back, and then drag your hands apart simultaneously and then pull them back to your toes. So you're not moving, but there's this isometric contraction and you should start to feel a little shake. And then as you do that, think about drawing your toes forward, your hands down, apart, and back all at the same time. And then relax your jaw and relax the neck. Stay in it. Set your knees down. Draw the heart forward, shoulders back and tuck the elbows in, lower to your bellies. Extend the feet one at a time so that the tops of the feet anchor down and the big toes are relatively close to one another. Line up your fingertips so that they're right at the tips of your shoulders or tops of your shoulders, and then squeeze your shoulders together and down and tuck the elbows in like you have a little chicken wings. Now as your feet press down, lift your navel. You start to feel it lift away from the floor, and then drag your hands back to actually bring your heart forward and let it rise up. Keep it really easy and gentle for this first one. So keep drawing the shoulders back and down, tucking the elbows, lifting the navel, pressing the pelvis and the tops of the feet down. Good. And then slide your hands so that they come right under your forehead, making a pillow. And then just rock your hips side to side. Let the legs soften and let your hips just find a little rock. Good. Now, lift back up and slide the elbows right under your shoulders with the forearms parallel to one another. Same thing, get that same extension in the feet and the pressing down, and then feel the ribs lift, the navel lift, the hips lift, and the thighs lift. So you're in a supported forearm plank. Totally optional, fine, beautiful to stay right here if this is what is feeling good right now. Either way, press into your forearms all the way to your hands. Lift into your belly and ribs, and then start to tuck your bottom ribs toward your hips and your hip points toward your bottom ribs, almost like you're taking a little cat back. Okay. And once you have that, you might already start to be shaking. Beautiful. If you want, curl the toes under. Keep all of that action and lift the knees. Now, you're still doing that little cat back, ribs to hips, navel to spine. And then you're dragging your elbows back almost, and then you're digging your toes in and pulling them forward to prevent yourself from pitching forward. It's like you're playing tug of war with yourself. And you should feel a nice engagement in that core. Stay with it and breathe. Good. Now, stay here. You're going to press forward on the toes and draw the knees into the chest so they land under your hips. Walk your palms together, your elbows together maybe a little bit, and then drop your heart and your head down. Hips are staying over the knees. And then inch your elbows forward, forward, forward. Drop your heart more. Take a big breath here, and then bend at the elbows and let the forearms and fingertips face towards the sky. As big as you were breathing in that opening part of practice, try and find that here. That same expansion and that same sense of emptying out. And every time you empty out, see if your heart can melt a little bit closer to the earth. And every inhale, see if you can feel that stretch across the upper back using the breath. Good. Release the hands. Slide your hips back into your embryo. Take one hand at a time. Reach it back. You might even rock a little side to side here. Any movement that might feel good. And then take the hands back in front of you. Find your tabletop once again. Okay. From here, cat-cow. Shoulders draw back as your tailbone and your heart and crown extend and lift. And navel draws up and in as you curl the tailbone, the heart, and the head down and in. And then close the eyes and just feel your breath moving here as you stretch. Work your way into your spine. You can stay in this cat-cow or let your body kind of take more organic movement, maybe circling the ribs, the head, the hips. Take whatever feels good in this moment. Take one more breath. Good. And then make your way back to tabletop on the inhale. Anchor the hands, spin the biceps forward. You're gonna curl the toes under, but keep the knees bent. Take an inhale here, and on the exhale, lift the hips, knees stay bent, heels stay lifted, press your chest back to your thighs, wrap the triceps in. Keep the chest pressing back. Now just straighten out the right leg. And you might be a little short, so you can step that right foot back a little bit. And then bend the right knee and extend the left leg. And then just pedal back and forth. And then find both feet, heels sinking down in your full down dog. From here, We're going to move our way from down dog into a high plank. Spin the triceps in, roll through the toes. Inhale, top of the inhale, full high plank. As you exhale, lift with the belly. Bottom of the exhale, full down dog. Take 2 more. Inhale, roll through. Exhale, press back. One more time. Inhale, roll through. Exhale, press back. On the inhale, look to the hands, and as you exhale, you're going to step the feet wide, so to the pinky side of your hands. Let the toes roll or turn out. Inhale to lengthen, keep a little softness in the knees, and then as you exhale, just sit into the squat. And you have a block there, you can set it right under your tush if you want something to sit on. If your hips are not quite ready to be here, you can also be in a high squat. We won't be here for long. 2 breaths. Lift the heart, lift the crown, drop the shoulders. Then check the knees. Make sure they're tractioning over the second and third toes. You can see the inner edges of the feet. Hands down. Exhale, lift the hips, heel, toe the feet into hip distance and parallel. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale and forward fold. Stay really heavy here. Bend the knees and let your whole upper body hang. And then if it's okay with your hamstrings, just let the hands rest right in the creases of the elbows. Keep the head heavy. And then start to straighten one leg. Bend that leg and straighten the other one. Just notice which one you straighten first. There's no right or wrong. Just noticing how we habitually tend to move our bodies. And then come back with both knees slightly bent. Release the arms and then bend the knees a lot. Pull the belly in a lot and roll up just one vertebrae at a time. Keep your knees bent the whole time and your belly in the whole time. And let your head come up last. And then roll the shoulders back and down and spin the palms forward. And breathe here. Open the eyes, inhale, reach the arms up, find your extended mountain. From here, interlace the hands above you, flip the palms and press up with the palms, and then press apart with your wrists and arm bones. And breathe. Pull the ribs in, hug them in. They kind of want to splay out here, so keep them active. And then as you exhale, knees soften, let the fingertips release and find a full swan dive down to the floor. On the inhale, hands to the thighs, get really long and neutral to your spine. And on the exhale, plant the hands and walk them back to down dog. From here, inhale, take your right leg and reach it back and up. And on the exhale, bring the knee to the nose. Shift as far forward into plank as feels okay for your body. Your left knee can also come down. Tuck in, we're holding here. Find that steady inhale and exhale. Soften into the jaw. Press into the hands. Pull up through the belly. Relax the jaw. Tuck the heel into your bum. Stay with it. And then from here, as quietly, softly as you can, step that right foot to your right thumb. Land in a runner's lunge. The blocks are right there if you want them. Set them under your hands. Otherwise, set up the feet so that they're about hip distance left to right. And the right knee stacking directly over the right ankle. Anchor your left hand down or stay up on fingertips, your choice, or on a block, and inhale, float your right arm up. Now draw your shoulders back and draw your outer right hip back and tuck the sit bone under a little bit and lift the back of the left thigh. Take another inhale, feel that length from the heel to the crown, and as you exhale, belly in, spin open a little bit more. Good. Now, let this right hand come down and anchor right inside your right foot so that your inner knee and calf are braced on your upper arm. Okay. Take an inhale, get long, and then as you exhale, just float that left arm up. Shoulders stay down, left heel stays up. Breathe. From here, set that left hand down. Take an inhale. On the exhale, your left foot's gonna step up outside your left pinky. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sit into your squat. Separate the knees with the elbows, lift the heart, lift the crown. Exhale, lift the hips, heel toe the feet to hip distance. Inhale, find that half lift, torso parallel to the floor. Exhale, find downward facing dog, walk it back. Inhale, take the left leg, reach it back and up. Stay squared in those hips. Triceps wrapping in, and on the exhale, tuck the knee into the forehead, navel to the spine, heel to your bum. Stay and breathe. Drop into that steadiness of your breath. That even flow of in and out breath. And then look to your left thumb and slowly set the foot there. Set yourself up in your runner's lunge. Back of the right thigh lifted. Heart and crown of the head forward. Right hand's gonna stay down. Inhale, float your left arm up. Shoulders back. Outer left hip back. Lift the back of the right thigh. Nice long breath. Then as you exhale, let that left hand come down. Brace inside the left leg. And as you inhale, extend your right arm to the sky. Exhale, belly in, maybe rotate a little bit more. Really brace that left arm in your leg and press your leg into your other arm. And then exhale, set that right hand down. Take an inhale here. Exhale, right foot outside your right pinky. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, sit into your squat. Okay. From here, we're standing all the way up. If that doesn't work for you, find that forward fold. Otherwise, we're going up slowly. Inhale, and as you exhale, come up a little bit. Keep the knees tractioning over the second and third toes without the use of your elbows now. Inhale, exhale, come up a little bit more. Pull your belly, get your spine long, and all the way up to stand. Heel toe the feet in, stretch the arms up, palms up. Arm bones pull apart. This time, release the hands and interlace them behind the back. Shoulders draw back and down, knuckles reach away from you, belly and ribs pull in. Just breathe here for a moment. If it feels okay, think about lifting from the kneecaps up through the belly, up through the heart, maybe even the gaze lifts a bit. And the shoulders draw down and the hands reach away. And the front ribs pull in and the belly does as well. Then as you exhale, soften those knees. Lead with your heart and come all the way down. Once you're all the way down, let the head drop. Let the shoulders lift away from your ears. Now, if you can, squeeze the palms together. Release your hands to your sacrum. Slide them around to the thighs and inhale, extend the heart forward. Exhale, walk yourself back, downward facing dog. Good, let's take a moment and breathe here. From here, we're going to inhale, roll through the feet and the shoulders and land in your high plank. Firm into the midline. And then exhale, set the knees down, heart forward, shoulders back, lower to the belly. Extend the legs again. Take the arms behind you and interlace in the opposite way as last time, so probably your non-habitual class. As you anchor the feet, lift the shoulders, and draw them down like you're sliding your knuckles towards your heels. And then extend the heart forward and lift it, extend the knuckles and lift them. And just let the neck be nice and long. And then lower the hands, lower the chest, lower the forehead, the hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, press through hands and knees, extended child's pose. Anchor those hands, sink your hips back and down. And then inch your fingertips forward a little bit more, wrap the outer edges of the shoulders down and start to walk your hands over to the left. Walk the hands away, and then again, wrap the outer shoulders down. Take a big breath through that back right side. Amp up the breath. Use it to get into the back, into your side body, into your shoulders. And then walk through center and take it over to the right. Same thing. Inch those hands away from you. Wrap the outer shoulders down and sink your heart down. Anchor your left sit bone down. Let your head drop. Okay. Take the hands back out in front of you. Inhale into your kind of long tabletop. Exhale up into down dog. Inhale, look forward to the hands. This time, step, walk, or float the feet right between your thumbs with the big toes touching. Heels slightly separated. Inhale to lift and lengthen, extend the heart. Exhale to fold, lift the heels, bend the knees, sit down into a squat. Okay, from here, we're coming to the floor. Separate the knees, extend the arms forward, and sit yourself down right into a Navasana. Lift the shins. From here, you can hold the back of the thighs or not. Squeeze the inner thighs together, squeeze the belly up and in, drop the shoulders. Activate the toes. Breathe. Okay, from here, we're rolling back and forward 2 times. So options are to hold your thighs, make sure you're rounded as you roll back, and stop right about mid-back, right between the shoulders, so you're not rolling on your neck. Or other option is to leave your hands loose and pause in your Navasana. So you can be holding back and forward, or find yourself right back in your Navasana. Let's do one more time. Roll back, come up. Okay. From here, cross at the ankles, roll yourself up, step back, down dog. Inhale, take your right leg, reach it back and up. And as you exhale, same thing, knee to the forehead, navel to the spine, heel to your booty. Look to your right thumb, set your foot there. Stay in this runner's lunge, back of the thigh lifted, knee over the ankle. From here, either set your left knee down if you want more support, or keep it up. But either way, extend those arms out like you're flying or you're in a T. And then take them right by your ears and peel yourself up. Beautiful. Spread the arms wide again. And then this time, take your right arm and cross it over your left and find your eagle. Grab shoulders, thumb, pinky, palm, palm. Squeeze the elbows together, draw them forward, drop the shoulders back and down, and then let the hands move away from the face. Shoulders ideally are over the hips, so you can be down on your knee, totally fine, with the toe curled or untoed, or uncurled. Pull your belly up in a lot, so there's no compression in that low back. Breathe. Drag those elbows forward, deep breath. Unwind the arms, inhale, sweep them up. On the exhale, reach yourself forward, set your hands down, take an inhale. On the exhale, lift that left leg, find your warrior 3 variation with the hands down, or bring the hands to your heart, you choose. And then set the big toes, next one. Inhale, lengthen halfway up. Exhale, fold, lift the heels, sit down. Take an inhale here, heart lifts, arms extends. Exhale, sit down, Navasana. Hold and breathe. Now, stay here with the knees bent or extend the legs. Same thing, we're gonna roll back either with those knees bent or those legs straight. Inhale back, exhale up. Inhale back, exhale up. Bend at the knees, cross the opposite ankle on top. Roll over, downward facing dog. You can float through to down dog if you like. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, knee tucks in, belly in, heel in. Look to your left thumb, set the foot there, runner's lunge. Take a moment to set that up so you feel stable. Once you do, let the arms float out. Let the arms float forward. Find that length, that extension, and then peel yourself up. Your right knee can be bent, especially if that right hip flexor is super tight. Breathe into this. Get long in your spine. And then inhale, spread the arms wide. Exhale, left arm over right. Find your eagle again. Shoulders drawing down and back. Elbows squeezing together and drawing forward. Hands moving away from your head. Ideally, elbows are up in line with shoulders, and shoulders are over the hips. Relax the jaw, drop back into your breath. Go ahead and exhale, release the arms, and inhale, let them float up. From here, extend the arms forward and set them down. Take your inhale, and on your exhale, float that right leg up. And again, hands can be on the floor, they can come into prayer. Standing leg a little soft. Sit your right toe right next to your left. No Navasana this time. Inhale, lengthen the heart. Exhale, fold. On the inhale, unhinge or bend the knees and roll up. Stand all the way up nice and tall. Take the hands, interlace all but the index fingers. Stretch up. Lift your kneecaps, lift your belly, lift your heart, lift your crown. Lift the index fingers. And then as you exhale, fingers, hands over to the right, hips over to the left. From here, on the exhale, almost like you're taking a C curve, let that left shoulder draw down a little bit so you're rounded a little bit in that upper back and you're getting right into that upper left side, mid left side of the back. It's like a little bitty cat back. And then inhale, square the shoulders and come right back up. Exhale, take it up and over to the left. Inhale, reach long. As you exhale, let that right hip extend out to the right and let that right shoulder draw down again. Find that little cat back. Stay really strong in your core to support that. And then inhale to neutral and all the way back up. Exhale, let the hands just float to the heart. Take a moment, close your eyes. Just feel the blood pumping, the breath a little taxed. The prana flowing in your body. And then open the eyes and sit down into Utkatasana chair pose. Beautiful. Lift the toes, pull the belly in, and then go ahead and release the toes, relax them, but about 2/3 of the weight in the heels. And then exhale and fold. Inhale, find that half lift. And on the exhale, walk it all the way back, downward facing dog. Okay. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, bring the knee into the forehead. Look to the right thumb, set it there, right into high lunge as you inhale, rise up. Separate the arms. Right over left, back into those eagle arms. Now we're gonna move into that warrior three with eagle arms into full eagle. So inhale, stretch forward. Exhale, lift that left leg up. Inhale, rise up, lift the left knee high, cross it over, and then exhale, sit down. Toes can come to the floor. They can stay off the floor, or they can tuck behind your calf. And then on the exhale, start to drop your elbows towards your knees. Your navel stays moving back towards your spine, and maybe even your forehead drops into your biceps. And you sink down low and you sit back. Beautiful. And then as you inhale, everything unwinds, left knee comes high, arms extend up. Set your hands to your heart. We're moving right back into a warrior two. So start by bending your standing leg, extending that left leg way, 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 way back to land in that high lunge, and then just set the heel down and turn your hips to the long side of the mat. Extend the arms. Bend into that front knee. Breathe here. Flip your right palm up so I'm opposite you guys. And then reach through your left arm and reverse your warrior. Bend into that front knee, reach through that right arm. Now bend the right arm and cradle the base of the skull with your thumb and index finger and start to turn your heart up just a little bit. Be gentle on this left leg so you're not pushing on the side of the knee. You can be on the hip or behind the thigh, but no pressing on the side of the knee. Good. And then bring your shoulders back to square. Release that arm and send it forward as if you're pressing that wall away from you. Let your torso come up, but let the left ear stay heavy. Good. Now turn the palm down, spread your fingers, and start to lower your hand. Beautiful. Take the left hand, help the head up. Inhale, stretch both arms up again. Press into your left toes and pivot yourself back forward into your high lunge. From here, we move into a twist. Feel free to set that left knee down. Let the hands come to the heart. Inhale. And on the exhale, belly in, left elbow outside that right thigh. Draw the right hip back, draw the heart forward, and then press the elbow into the thigh to spin open. And really expand your breath in this twist. Good. Unwind, set your hands down, keep your left heel high and just straighten that right leg. In a nice long pyramid. Feel free to use your blocks or be on your fingertips. Walk the hands forward, draw the kneecaps back, and breathe. From here, set the hands down for high plank and step that right foot back. Land there. Breathe. With or without the knees, lower to the belly. Okay. Inhale, lift into a little baby cobra. And exhale, press back into an extended child's pose. Inhale, lift into a tabletop and let your left arm float up. Press into the earth with your right hand, reach up to the sky with your left, spread your fingers. And then as you exhale, thread it through. Come on to the outer left arm and shoulder and head. Press into the back of your arm to spin your heart open. Right hand is acting as a kickstand or support. Stay here, or maybe your right leg extends back. Keep the toes on the ground. Draw the shoulder down from your ear and breathe into your upper middle back, all the way through to the low back. Set the right knee down, press into your right hand. Inhale, float that left arm up one more time. Exhale, set the hand down, find downward facing dog. Hold and breathe in down dog. Okay, then inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, bring the knee to the forehead. Set the left foot to the left thumb. Find your runner's lunge right up into your high lunge. Take a minute here, a couple breaths to set up this foundation so you feel solid. And then open the arms. Take a big inhale as you spread across the chest. And as you exhale, left arm over right. Find your eagle arms. Take an inhale, hinge forward, get ready to lift off as you exhale, right leg float. So I'm going to be opposite you guys again. Then inhale, come upright, let that right knee come up high. And as you exhale, start to sit into that left leg, cross the right leg once, twice, or set the toes on the floor. And then align the knees and the elbows. Work on all that upper body we've worked on, shoulders down, elbows forward. And then start to sit. And then start to curl into yourself. Elbows to knees, forehead to bicep, navel to spine, breathing. And then very gently inhale and unwind everything. From here, exhale, set your hands to your heart. Start to bend into that standing leg, reach back through that right leg, reach, 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 reach. Land in that high lunge, inhale, exhale, set the heel down, extend arms, warrior two. Bend into your front knee, open it, extend out the arms. Flip the left palm up, reach back to your right and reverse your warrior. Let your right ear drop to the shoulder. Bend into your front knee, and then bend that left elbow, cradle the base of the skull, and just turn your head so that you're supporting it, you're holding it with your left hand. And feel how that stretches into the mid back. And then bring the chin back, neutral, shoulders back, neutral, extend arm, right ear to right shoulder. Start to reach your left arm forward, spread the fingers, bring the torso so the shoulders land over the hips. Ear keeps dropping, left arm is extending out and down. And then let the right hand help that head up. Inhale, stretch both arms tall. As you exhale, press into your right toes, spin yourself so you're facing the front of the mat again. Inhale here, and as you exhale, hands to the heart, belly in, find your twist. Take an inhale, lengthen, and as you exhale, press that right elbow into the outer right left thigh, and draw your left hip back. Amp up your breath here. Good. And then inhale and unwind, set the hands down. Keep your right heel lifted, straighten out your left leg into your pyramid. Nice and long pyramid, and then extend the heart forward. From here, take the left hand inside your left foot and just walk your hands around as you pivot your feet. So you should land in this nice wide forward fold. Walk the fingertips forward, take a big inhale, stretch the whole length of the spine. As you reach your fingertips forward, send your sits bones back, and then really engage your inner thighs, and like you're spinning your inner thighs back, bow forward. Take a big inhale through the nose, and exhale out the mouth. And then from here, walk your hands just in just a little bit. Keep that left hand extending forward and take your right arm, thread it through, grab the outer left ankle or calf or shin and pull yourself under your left armpit. And then release that. Set the right hand back down, take the left arm, thread it through, grab the outer right shin, calf, and pull yourself around to the other side. And then release that. Walk your hands in, walk them back around to the front of the mat as you pivot your feet, land back into a high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, your choice of a vinyasa. You can come to your belly and take a cobra. If up dog sounds like a good plan, take that one. If there's another variation, take that. And then on the exhale, come back to that extended child's pose. Take 2 breaths here. And then as you inhale, roll yourself up into your tabletop. Take your right arm, float it up, press the left hand down, and then as you exhale, thread it through so that you're on the outer edge of the right shoulder and head. Left hand, your kickstand. Now press into that right arm and maybe extend your left leg. Spin yourself open. Steady, deep breaths. Set the knee back down. Use the left hand, float up, right arm floats, and then exhale. Set the hand down and take your knees together, your sits bones back, and your hands back and breathe. Grab a hold of your heels. Lift up a little bit so you can tuck your forehead right into your knees. If you have a bun, this is a little more challenging. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, start to lift the hips. Keep tucking the chin to your chest, your forehead to your knees. Hold on to your feet. And then amp up the breath, even though it's a little bit constricted. See how big you can get it. Hug your inner ankles together. And then exhale and slowly lower back down. On the inhale, just roll yourself up to kneeling. Let your hands rest in your lap. Close your eyes and breathe. Open the eyes. Walk the hands forward and make your way into down dog. Inhale, look to your hands at the bottom of the exhale, step, walk, or float the feet forward. Inhale into your half lift. Exhale, fold, and then sit into your chair pose. Lift the heart, lift the arms, sink the hips, and lengthen the tailbone. Inhale, stand all the way up tall. Exhale, set the hands to the heart. Beautiful. Okay. Back in, inhale, stretch up, lift the heart, look up, take a little baby back bend, really open the front of the body here. And then as you exhale, hinge forward, fold in. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, lift the heels, sit down, same thing we've done. Inhale, extend the arms, separate the knees, and exhale, sit yourself down right into Navasana. Two rocks here. Inhale back, exhale up. Inhale back, exhale up. Good. Now inhale back and just hold there. Wrap your arms around your legs as tight as they'll get, holding your wrists, your forearms, your elbows, and just gently rock yourself side to side. Okay. From here, decisions. We're going to do a couple more core things and then we're going to move into plow. So take your feet right up over your hips. Take your arms just down by your side, palms down, and it's as if you're stamping your 10 toes or the soles of the feet on the ceiling. It's a very little motion. I want you to think more about drawing your low belly up and in that, the tailbone lifts off the floor like maybe a centimeter or a millimeter or maybe an inch. It just depends, but no tension in the head and the neck. You want to feel that engagement, and then inhale and release. Exhale, pull the belly in, feel the lift. Inhale, release. Exhale and lift. Inhale, release. Exhale and lift. Inhale, release. Now bend the knees. Set your hands to your thighs and press your legs away from you and pull your knees towards you. Or draw your knees towards you. You're not actually pulling them. Try and press the thighs away and then press the thighs towards at the same time. Belly down. Good. Now curl your head and shoulders up if that works for you. Left arm, left leg are going to extend. Keep the right hand and thigh pressing into one another. Inhale, bring them back together, press in. Exhale, extend, right leg, right arm, keep the back down. Inhale, draw it in, press in. Exhale, extend. Inhale, draw it in, press. Exhale, extend. You should be shaking. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale, and press. One more. Bring it in and just hold. Hold in the isometric contraction. You can set your head down if your neck is bothering you, or keep the head and shoulders lifted. Keep the navel pressing down. Beautiful. Release down, tuck the knees in. From here, bring that upper arms really close into your body. You're going to draw your knees in towards your forehead and brace your hips in your hands. So it's like a little shelf. And then for some of you, you're just going to tuck your knees and let them rest on your forehead. And this shouldn't hurt your neck. No compression whatsoever. If it does bother you, don't do it. Some of you might even extend your legs and find plow pose. But again, it should not hurt. Some of you might then interlace your hands and breathe. Same thing. See if you can amp up your breath even in this compression. Beautiful. Bend at the elbows, support your hips, bend at the knees, and then try and extend the arms and lower down slowly, 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 slowly. And bring the knees right at 90 degrees. Extend the arms out to the side. Slide the hips over to the left. Take the knees over towards the right elbow. And then slide your ribs to the right and lower your left ribs down a little bit. You can set your right hand on the outer left thigh. You can extend that left leg and grab the outer left calf, or both legs can extend. As you do that, send your left hip away from your chest. Roll the left shoulder down and breathe. Deep, steady breaths. Bend the knees. Bring the knees back to center. Slide the hips over to the right. Draw the knees up and over to the left. And then slide the ribs to the left and draw the outer right ribs down. Extend one or both legs if you like. Steady in the breath. And then go ahead and bend at the knees. Inhale and unwind. Set the feet down. Bring the hips back to neutral. And again, draw both knees in. This time, take them wide to your shoulders and rock side to side here. And then through neutral, set the heels right in line with your sits bones. Reach back down to touch the heels. Shoulders away from the ears. Curl the tailbone and press into the feet to lift up. Nice, gentle, easy bridge. Let the arms stay soft. If you want to interlace and tuck the shoulders under, that feels good. Go for that. Otherwise, steady here. Two more breaths. Think about lengthening tailbone more than back bending it. Lengthening the spine more than back bending it. And then lower down one vertebrae at a time. Walk the feet in together. Let the knees open wide. Take one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly. We're going to end with some deep breathing. Breathing in for a count of five and out for a count of 7. Take a cleansing breath to start, breathing in through the nose. And exhale, let it out through the mouth. And then the next few breaths in and out the nose. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause, full. Exhale, 7, 6, 5. Slow down. 3, 2, 1. Pause, empty. Soften your face, soften your jaw. Inhale, 1, 2. Think about breathing into the full circumference of your diaphragm. 4, 5. Pause, full. Feel all that prana swirling around inside. Exhale, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, empty. Rest in this stillness, this emptiness. And inhale, fill up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause, full. Exhale, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, empty. Last time. Inhale slowly all the way to the top. Feel yourself filling up as full as you can get. And then sip in a tiny bit more air if you can. Soften the throat and the jaw and the face and sip in a little more air. This time as you exhale, slowly out to the mouth. Let it slowly release. Let your body get heavy. Once you're emptied out, let the legs extend and the arms extend and find your final resting pose, Shavasana. Make any adjustments here that you may need so that you can rest on the earth. Letting that intention come back into your heart, into your mind's eye. Come back into that sensation of resting on the earth. That sensation of being present in your body, in your being, in your breath. And send yourself love and gratitude. May we be at peace. May our hearts remain open. May we be awakened to the light of our true nature. May we be healed. May we be a source of healing and kindness and grace for all beings. Have a wonderful rest. Stay in your Shavasana as long as you can. Thank you so much. Namaste.